Hello and welcome to the first episode of my F1 2017 Career Mode series. As you've probably already seen from the title, I will be driving for Toro Rosso for the first season, because I think we should be able to get consistent points throughout the season, maybe a podium or two, but we'll see. And I'm not too sure what teams to go through after season 1, so probably just polls or something, so you can pick what teams you want to see me go to, which probably make the most sense. But yeah, for now we're going to be driving for Toro Rosso. I will be picking Carlos Sainz as my teammate here, as I feel like if we're going to do any good in the constructors, he's going to be the teammate I'm going to need to have. But anyway, going into free practice 1 now, I'm going to obviously do every practice I don't know what to call it, but practice mini game kind of things, so I can upgrade the car as much as possible, because obviously right now we're not going to be having the best car on the grids at Toro Rosso, so hopefully throughout the season I can upgrade the car and be able to get better performance on it and be able to challenge for podiums. But after the first practice session I actually have 2,000 resource points, so I'm going to upgrade 2 items on the R&D. I'm going to get 1 from the powertrain, because I feel like we should get more power for the car, as it just makes sense to me to get it. And for the other one, we're going to get some aerodynamics on the car and see how that would help, but it should help us decently. And obviously I have the resource points to spend, so I may as well spend it. And these upgrades should be with us before the Bahrain Grand Prix, but they could fail, I don't know, we'll see. On my first qualifying lap of Q1, I'm probably only going to do 1 lap here, as I'm pretty confident I'll be able to get into Q2 quite easily. Seeing from free practice, I did quite well. Pretty sure I got P11 or P10, which is quite decent, especially for my first race. So I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to get into Q2 quite easily, as coming through the last few corners here now, on my qualifying lap, we're going to see where it puts me. I do go wide there and touch the wall, but it shouldn't impact us too much, and we should be able to still do a strong lap. And we actually go fastest of the session so far, which is quite decent. I mean, obviously, not many people have done a lap. There you go, Hulkenberg's already taken the fastest lap from us. But still a decent lap, and I believe we shouldn't have to go back out now, and that should be us done for Q1. Turns out I was right, and we actually made it through to Q2 with quite a decent amount of time between us, so I'll take that. I also did go faster than my teammate by 2 positions, so that's obviously good as well to help me boost me at the team. Hopefully become maybe even the first driver. That would be nice. But going into Q2 now, I'm not really too sure on what to expect, if I'm going to go into Q3 or not. But going on my first lap here, I do make a big mistake there, so I'm definitely going to have to go back out, obviously, because that wasn't great. So I'm probably going to do a second flying lap straight away now, just to make sure I do have a banker lap, just in case I don't go back out again. I do have an okay lap here now, just to make sure I do have a chance of getting into Q3 or maybe P11, P12, P13, just so I can start higher. But coming over towards the last corner here now, on our last lap of Q2, we are currently P11 and we go P7, which puts us into Q3 here. Now I'm going to go on I'm only doing 1 lap of Q3, and I'm going out at the end because on worn tyres, just so I can save the others set for the race. As I'm not expecting much, as I've obviously not got the car to perform in Q3 compared to others. So I'm not expecting too much here, but maybe we can get an alright lap in, but we'll see. Coming through the last corner here on my one and only flying lap of Q3, currently P10, we come over the line now, and it is going to be P8. So that is P8 for the Grand Prix here. For our first qualifying session, I think that's quite decent. Honestly, I'll take P8. Obviously, our teammate Carlos Sainz knocked out in Q2. I'm pretty sure he was P11. I'm not too sure actually, but I'm pretty sure it was P11. But either way, we're quite high up now for the Grand Prix.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Kimi Räikkönen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Perez, Toro Rosso, Alonso, Massa, and Carlos Sainz, Grosjean, Bottas, Nico Hülkenberg, and Ocon, Magnussen, Palmer, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Lance Stroll, Wehrlein, and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
As you saw, we move up to P7 because of someone getting a grid penalty. I'm not too sure who it was, but someone did. But for the race here, we're going to opt for the 2-stop, as I think it will probably be the best strategy here. I think maybe the 1-stop could work, but we're going to stick with the 2-stop. As we go to 5 red lights here now. And it's lights out and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix for the first episode of my F1 2017 career. We have a decent start here holding our position, but we do actually make contact there. I think it was Fernando Alonso. I don't know if that was my fault there, but he does spin round and we'll get a replay on his onboard now, and I'm pretty sure that was my fault. Yeah, I did cut across him there, but honestly, I wasn't really looking at my proximity arrows at the bottom of the screen. Personally, I didn't actually see him properly, and I do apologise for that, but first lap, and that's that really. I do now try and go down the inside of Checo Perez here in the Force India, but I don't manage to make the overtake stick, and he pulls away from us now as well. On to lap 4 here now. We have Valtteri Bottas behind us with DRS, looking to make a move on us in that very fast Mercedes. He's been catching us for the past few laps, but we do just manage to hold him off. For now, we're going on to on lap 4, so hopefully we can hold him off for a bit longer, maybe even pull away a bit. I'm not too sure. But as we come to the end of lap 4 here now, Bottas will be behind us with the DRS, probably looking to make a move down into turn 1 as I move away to try and cut the slipstream. But either way, I still managed to hold off the position here. But going into the second DRS zone, straight after that, he's going to have DRS again. Probably going to look to make a move down my inside, so take the outside line. I give him the room, and he does try and go down my inside as we go side by side here now, going through the next few corners, but we do actually make contact there as well. Contact is made between us, still side by side here. More contact is made, but I do just manage to stay ahead of him there. Barely, but that's a good battle with Bottas. Here's a replay of that battle. That's the first bit of contact. He cuts across us there, but second contact bit there, he loses the rear ever so slightly with the contact with us, but we do hold the position. Now lap 5, Bottas still trying to get past us. We leave the room, brake a little bit too much, maybe make contact with his rear there, but he does make that position after 2 laps of trying, unfortunately. But it was inevitable, as his car was a lot faster than us. He was catching us a lot, but I'm still happy with the defence we had. But coming on to lap 7 here now, we do go into the pits to change tyres for the first pit stop of this race. As we come out of the pits now, we are currently P16, but we do drop as Wehrlein and Ericsson do come past us. We come out racing Alonso with Felipe Massa behind us, so we're second to last coming out the pits now, which isn't ideal, but obviously people still need to pit, so we'll make up some positions quickly. But moving on to lap 11 here, I do catch up to Verstappen and Bottas. Vettel seems to be ahead of them as well. I'm pretty sure there's a few slower cars ahead, slowing this pack down, which is great for us as we can try and dive down the inside of Max Verstappen here, almost making contact with Bottas. Verstappen managing to hold off the position, but we'll look to make a move and go into the next corner, but we don't, as we're obviously too far back. But making a dive bomb work here now, going to the second last corner, and we go side by side still. He tries to hold off the position, but so far he holds the position. We do make contact again with his rear, but with the DRS and putting it into rich mix here now, we hope to make a move. I try and go down this inside. I try and outbrake him, and we do move up into P15 here. We overtake Max Verstappen. With DRS again here now, maybe be able to make a dive bomb here on Bottas, but no. Moving on later to that lap, we try to go round the outside, but that does not work for us as we just go wide and lose a lot of time here. But moving on now to lap 12, later on that lap, Kevin Magnussen is out of the Grand Prix here, probably to a mechanical failure, but that's unfortunate for him. Moving on to lap 13 now, we're going to keep trying to make that move on Valtteri Bottas. With the DRS, we're going to try and dive down the inside here. Vettel maybe holding him back to help us get the move done, but he does stick to the inside here and made the overtake stick as we do go wide and get stuck on that apex again, like we did in qualifying, and Valtteri Bottas does take that position back, which is unfortunate. Maybe we can come back at him now, getting right up to his gearbox here. This could line us up for a move going to the next corner, as it is a heavy braking zone. Maybe we can dive down his inside as we close up now. We go to the dive down the inside here, and we do make the move here, moving up into P12. But he does stick with us now, trying to maybe gain back the position if we go side by side. We do make contact again here, and I try and go round the outside and then down into the inside on the next corner. Contact again, but I hold off the position for now. But he may look to go down the inside again for us here on the next corner. And he doesn't, so we do hold our position here for now. Moving on to lap 14. Stoffel Van Dorn going slowly here on old tyres, I presume, as we try and go down his inside, cut the corner ever so slightly, but we do make that move up into P9 as other people have pitted, so we move on further up the field. We close down Jolyon Palmer and Sebastian Vettel here. I think Vettel just making it past Palmer as he was holding him up. Maybe we can make a move now down his inside. I think he's on those older tyres. Either way, we're on the softer, super soft tyres. We go down his inside and move up into P8 here. Staying in the points hopefully now, as there's still quite a few laps to go, but that does help us. Going through this turn 1 now of lap 16, the yellow flags are out, as that is Grosjean out of the Grand Prix at the side of the road there. Parked his car due to a mechanical failure, it seems like. And he does bring out the virtual safety car, which is actually amazing for us, which will hopefully help us get closer to Sebastian Vettel, and hopefully when the virtual safety car does end, we can get a jump on him and try and go for the overtake. At the end of the virtual safety car here now, it is ending, but we don't really make too much ground on Sebastian Vettel here. It's around the same gap as it was before, so it didn't really help us that much, but we're still going to try and go for the overtake, hopefully on the next lap, if we can close in, as that Ferrari does have a lot of pace compared to our Toro Rosso. Coming out of the second last corner here though, Sebastian Vettel does go into the pits here on his ultra soft, so he has got old tyres clearly there, and he does dive into the pits on lap 16. We do still have another pit stop here though, so we could challenge him later on in the race. But as we go to the first corner on lap 17, Carlos Sainz does give us a little bit of a nudge there as he comes out of the pits, but doesn't really affect us too much. And as we see there, Sebastian Vettel is out of the Grand Prix after just pitting that same lap. He is out of the Grand Prix due to a mechanical failure, which is very unlucky. As we pass him now on lap 18, you can see him on the side of the road off the track, which is very unlucky for Sebastian Vettel. It's deja vu here on lap 18, as that is Valtteri Bottas trying to dive down or go around us on the outside. We do try and push him off the track, but he does stay with us here. Going into the next corner, tries to go around our outside, and does go around our outside, and does overtake us for the second time in this Grand Prix. Though it doesn't really affect us, we dived into the pits anyway, so he would have overtaken us anyway. We made it easier for him to do it before we dived into the pits. as we come out of the pits here now. We come out in P11 here, ahead of Palmer, behind Fernando Alonso, who has jumped us even after that poor start, as we did take him out and give him a spin. But it seems like he has recovered in this race quite well, and we are actually out of the points currently, so let's hope some people start to pit. But either way, on the next lap, we do approach Fernando Alonso here now, and Bottas locks up, going straight on, and Alonso makes contact with him as he tries to get back onto the track. We get very close to the back of Fernando Alonso, maybe looking to make a move here as we try and go up his inside. We put on the rich mix, and we do make the move. We do go off the track ever so slightly, and we don't make the move actually. Fernando Alonso gets back at us here. I mean, we did go off the track, but it's still got back at us. And here we go down the inside again, and we do make the move on Fernando Alonso this time. The yellow flags are out once again on lap 22 here, as Max Verstappen is out of the race, which I'm pretty sure he was running in the top 3 quite a lot of the race, so that is very unfortunate for him. But more yellow flags here on lap 27 of the Grand Prix, as that is Esteban Ocon in the Force India going slowly there, I think with a puncture on the lap 27 of 29, which is very unfortunate towards the end of the race, as we get a replay of his onboard here. Yeah, as he does have a puncture, you can see us go past him there. That is very unlucky for Esteban Ocon here. After what was quite a hectic race, Daniel Ricciardo does come home to win the Australian Grand Prix as we come through the last sector here. Now, going through the last corner, we do come home in P7 for our first race. That is debut points for us, and solid points that is in P7. I am very happy with that result, to be honest, actually. I wasn't expecting to be able to score points in our first race, but obviously Red Bull with that win, first race of the season. Daniel Ricciardo as well, winning his home race, which is quite nice for him. Obviously going to the top of the standings as it's the first race. Perez coming in P2 as well. I'm not sure who that was in P3. That was Kimi Raikkonen. Oh no, Perez in P3, Kimi Raikkonen in P2. Sorry, my bad. At the end of the race here, we do see our teammate did finish in P5, which was a great performance from him actually. It seems like the one stop did work better in the end than the two stoppers. He did do the one stop and did perform better. But P7 and P5 is a good result for the team for the first race. I'm quite happy with how that went. So thanks for watching the first race of the season. And I hope you enjoy this career. And I'll see you in the next one.